Hello, happy St. Patty's Day. This is AKA GK Fralin. You can call me Glenda. I use GK as my pen name. Anyway, I am thinking about trying to figure out what to do with my cover on this upcoming book. Just rattling around in my head and not going very far. I've got all these ideas, but I have nothing concrete to show the person to make the cover. So, that made my eyes kind of go, what's going on here? But anyway, things went a whirl. But no, I am St. Patty'd up with my green, and for some reason it's looking more bluish, but it's green. It's a very, very forest green, actuality. And my pants are kind of green. I've got green card. I've got my green card. What about you? I've got a pen. This is a very nice Happy New Year card from our new minister and his family. Such a nice looking little family they've got too. I don't know if you can see there on the back. I'm tilting it so that it doesn't, well, maybe it won't. But anyway, such a nice looking family. Young. He's so sweet. And so has such a drive. And I'm glad for that. I'll catch up later. I'm hoping to go outside. It was nice out yesterday and I missed it. Hello, everybody. Happy St. Patty's again. Look, I'm green everywhere. I got my green. Excuse me, I've got a rattle in my chest. Green headband. I've always got this green passenger. It's nice. Oh, great. I sat on it. What happened was, crap, I hope I don't have to trim this because of the lousy video, but anyway. No, it seems, oh, I forgot to turn it back down. But I also sat on it, which probably kind of backed it up a little, I don't know. Anyway, now I got water coming through it from the humidifier. It won't hurt me. Probably act like a petty pot. Anyway. Here it comes. I'm about ready to watch my nose drip here. You hear it? You hear that gurgle? Isn't that weird? It's 70 degrees. Here in Nebraska, that's balmy. Well, not balmy. I'm dripping. I'm watering myself. Like any good plant would do. Or piece of vegetation. I'm a vegetable! No. I'm not even vegan. I'm a meat-eater. So there. Oh, I got this crazy call earlier. Oh, I love just looking out here. Yeah, I'll get off track. Don't worry about it. It's really starting to green up a little. Which, as long as we don't get any more freezes that are hard freezes, shouldn't hurt it. Because, well, we really don't want them now because the trees are budding. And if you get too bad of a freeze after the trees bud, then you don't get very many leaves, let's put it that way. It'll, anyway. We'll get leaves, but if they bud too soon, it's just not good on them. It's not good if they bud before a hard freeze. And, you know, like if you're a gardener and you go out and put plants and it freezes, you can always go cover your plants. If they're underground, you usually don't have to worry about it unless the ground's going to freeze real hard. And it don't usually happen that quickly. But, yeah, I'm all wet. Oh, it hasn't dropped down on my, hasn't dribbled down on my shirt, so. But anyway, I am green. I've got this green and this green, green footies, and I'm green. Oh, I started to tell you earlier. These spam calls, they're just getting weird. Spam, scam, whatever you want to call them. Actually, can you believe this? I have never known Microsoft Windows to make any kind of threat or charge anything extra than what you pay for the computer and then the Office products or whatever. And the updates. You don't even pay for the updates unless it's not a vital one or not an important. Anyway, it said that my windows are going to be, it was one of those female computerized voices, and it was something to the effect that if I don't call this number right away, my windows on my computer will be shut down. Basically, that's what it said. Basically, it said they'd be shut down. I don't exactly remember what it said, but that terminated or something to that effect. One of those words that means it's going to be cut off. It's going to stop. You won't have it. And it's like, try a new tact. Try something that is going to, I don't want anybody to, but my gosh, there was this whole thing with the IRS scam. And there's these ones that we had for years, still have them sometimes, where people overseas were saying, oh, you've inherited all this money, send me $24,000 or something, and buy a ticket to come over here, and you'll get your inheritance, or whatever it was. You had to send them money in order to inherit the money. And it's like, are you nuts? And a lot of people bought into those because, we've all got ancestors we don't know about. Maybe branches of family we don't know about. Who knows? Maybe some lost uncle moved to England. That's the kind of thing that when you're in dire straits, your mind might go to. But I haven't heard those for a while. Used to get a lot of stuff out of Nigeria. At least that's where it claimed. But this new one, the IRS ones just make me mad. They just make me so mad. Especially after we really did have those incidents with the IRS. Personally, I don't think we should have one anymore. But should be a different agency altogether. One person's opinion. Anyway, but to call me and tell me I'm going to lose my Windows off of my computer unless I call a certain number, which is going to demand money. It's like, oh, that's low. That's so low. I can still run Windows 95 if I wanted to. Wouldn't be any charge. Just maddening. Well, anyway. I'm outside. I'm sitting here grousing and grumping and being gnarly. And I don't know about gnarly. But it's nice out. It's so beautiful just looking around. I know you've all noticed that this is an older neighborhood and that a lot of the houses are older. You can go down. This is one of those towns where you can, well, actually, in some places you can walk right next door and the house will be really just, beautiful and done up to the nines. Sometimes you'll even have right next door be a brand new house. It's a small town. It does have its area where you've got, like west of the highway, because the highway cuts through. But west of the highway is where you'll find most of your really upscale as far as the town's concerned. That's it as far as the town's concerned, because there's some just as new and just as nice houses as some of those over here in the original town. But anyway, no, the thing is you really got to be careful. We've redone some stuff here. Well, one thing we did was we added central air, which was necessary for my breathing, and we knew we were going to have to do that when we moved in. It was, but what we didn't count on was a whole basement wall caving in. We'd been warned by the previous owners that it was bad, but nobody expected that storm, not like that. And so that's $6,000 that we're still paying on. I was just listening to my stuff, and I clipped off some because I went on one of my little things. Anyway, what I was starting to get at is we do a lot of these older homes, and we are in a small town. But you do have to be careful not to overspend what you put into these homes, because you're not going to get it back if you do spend too much. You want to make sure you spend it where it's going to count. Now, it's going to count in the basement. That's going to count. Central air certainly is. We redid the kitchen. You'll in other videos where I've actually been in the kitchen, you'll notice that it's a what we used to call, for Mike, I can't think what they're calling it these days. In this particular area where we are right here, to put $20,000-$30,000 into this house is not a good idea. Not unless you are going to plan on being there for a good long time and get the use out of it, because it's going to not come back. You're not going to get it back. So you don't put marble and stone on your countertops. It doesn't pay. And it's just common sense. And goodbye. Have a good one. My stars. See you tomorrow.